Hey guys, how are you? Mr. Argueta coming to you week number 5 now. So, welcome to the other half of this course. We are moving right along. It's gonna go pretty quickly. It's gone pretty quickly as it is, but technically speaking, guys, we end at week 6. So what's going to happen here is you're going to have, obviously the discussion this week is called about the difference between a manager and a leader. So I think in regards to our discussion, it's important for us to understand that managers can be leaders and leaders can be managers, but there's many times where some people are just managers and not a leader, or a leader and not a manager. So if you're moving into the business world, you have to understand that a particular situation can call for you to be a leader, and other situations call for you to be a manager. And understanding your skills in these areas is really going to help you better navigate through the business world. One of the things that I think is important, and as you'll actually have an entire semester class in this, is understanding the leadership style and which style pertains to you. That's important for you to understand because as you start seeking a job, a career, post graduating, either with us or if you're moving on to a 4 year program, then you're going to start recognizing that it's important for you to see and match your skills as like we talked about a couple weeks ago, your SWOT analysis, your strengths to something that you're going to enjoy. I've been around for a minute, so in business, and I've noticed that a lot of times people seek a job because they need a job. We talked about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and we'll talk about that in Intro to Business, but you'll be exposed to Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And Abraham Maslow, suggested that every one of us has a need that motivates us. And that need actually starts off with the need to provide, to have a house, to have food, to have sustainability, employment. But once you get into a job, after a certain time, if you're just doing it for the paycheck, then it becomes redundant. It becomes boring. It becomes frustrating. So I always believe that people who as yourselves seek out a more higher education to better improve your skills, then you're seeking out careers, you're seeking out positions that you feel will enhance you, will make you better, will get you excited to get up to work every day. I think that that's important for you to discover. So it's important for me as your instructor, as your professor, to help you navigate that terrain, to help you understand that you have a certain set of skills that many people or most people don't have. You have a certain set of skills that you offer, and I would advise that or advise you to find out what those skills are because that's what's going to make you a valuable asset to a company. Once you identified your strengths in regards to your understanding of your decision making process, like we spoke about in the ethics portion of this, once you understand your personality type, once you understand your leadership type, once you understand these things, then you can seek a career that complements those skills instead of just taking something on for the paycheck. It's more rewarding. It's more, you have more opportunity for growth. You have more opportunity to become someone that you're happy with, which ultimately I think is the goal in life, right? Not just to go work every day and not feel fulfilled. So, these conversations and these discussions that we're having, I've tried to design them where you're doing some self exploration and self analysis. Because I think at the end of this whole process, when you go through the management program, you are able to or should be able to identify who you are as a manager, as a business individual, as a professional, and be able to say, I would really fit good in this career path. I would really do good in this area. In our organizational behavior class that you'll have if you're in management, you'll explore your personality traits and your what they call the big five characters or personality characters, and you'll be able to understand why you make the decisions you do. So this isn't the chapter for this or the course for this, but you'll go through a journey here with management where you'll discover that some of this process is really identifying who you are as an individual, as a manager. That being said, I'm excited because really you have this week, which is week number 5, next week, which is my favorite week of discussions because you'll see we talk about furthermore identifying your vision and your dream and your purpose and trying to connect that with your career. And then week number 7, we're going to have essentially 2 more chapters and your final exam. So on the final exam, guys, I want to be clear on a couple things. Make sure as much as possible you find a way. I'm not going to tell you what to do in regards to this because I think it would be unfair, but find a way. I'm trying to phrase this properly. Here's a better way to say it. The questions on your weekly quizzes will come back up on your final. Please understand that. I can't emphasize that enough. So it's about 6 minutes long so far, but you should be able to watch this video and understand that this is an important message. Your questions on the weekly assignment is going to come back up. So please use your analytical process here and say, what do I need to do to have these answers ready? Yes, I'm not going to tell you the answers you got wrong because I think that's not done on purpose. So you can go find that information out. So you can research that. So you can go back into the book and look for the correct answer. I just assumed that we were on the same page and that some people understood that process. So please, for those of you who understand what I'm trying to say, forgive this sort of side note. But other than that, I think the class is going very well. The discussions are good. I'm doing some grading. You should feel comfortable where you're at. This is a good time to check your grades. Make sure 99% of you have already completely synchronized. I'm waiting for a person to do theirs, and hopefully we get that done because your final grade comes from Blackboard. That's where it pulls, the system pulls it from Blackboard. It does not pull it from McGraw-Hill. So please make sure if you're that person still missing out, please make sure you're linking the 2 systems together. What else do I got for you? So week 7 will be your 2 last chapters and your final exam. So I am going to forego right now. Let me do that as we speak here. Let's see if I can get that done quickly. So for the midterm, I did have a timer on. I gave you guys a time because I guess, guys, I assumed that you all had the questions readily available and you knew these answers. So you don't need much time when you know what's coming your way. But just to be fair to all people, I am going to do something that I think would be a gesture that will help the entire class. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm going to the policy of my grade or my exam, and I am going to remove the time limit for your final. So I am going to yep, there it goes. Okay, so give me 1 second, guys. This is incorrect. Well, I'll do that in a second. Either way, I removed the time, and you should be able to get that done without having to worry about a timer. Other than that, I think that should cover most of what we have. I think it should cover what's expected. I appreciate the discussions. Looking forward to reading them. I will put this video up as soon as I'm done recording. If you have any other questions, let me know, and I will talk to you all soon. Have a great day, guys. Take care.